Victoria Beckham Beauty finally launched in my country. I know it's been online for ages, but I am remiss to buy things internationally if I can help it. It launched and I've gone to Mecca and spent far too much money. So let's try everything on together and see what this level of luxury is about. I'm not going to play the game of like, is this luxury brand worth the money? Because I think at some point it's such a luxury and the price point is so high that there's no way it could be like traditionally worth it, but it could be a beautiful little treat for which you can spoil yourself. And I think that's a different thing. I mean, these foundation drops are 185 Australian dollars. It's ludicrous, it's absurd, right? However, I'm making this video for you, so you don't have to pay for them. I can pay for them, I can try them on, we can see what they're about together. I got number 2, which is Fair Light. Let's see what we've got in here. Here, your packaging shot for all of you packaging fanatics. I think this is very crisp and clean. My only thing is, because it's so shiny, it's going to fingerprint almost immediately. I'm going to apply these drops the way I prefer to apply foundation, which is initially rubbing it in with my hand and then blending the edges with a sponge. I find this is the best way that I get like a flawless, even coverage. I'm not going to lie, this is a beautiful colour for me, and I actually think it's higher coverage than I thought it would be reading the description of it. It says a light coverage, but that's pretty good for light. Let's see if I can build a little. I don't think that'll really be the purpose of this type of base product, but it's good to see what we can do. I usually do like a half layer on top of the first, just to perfect through the center of the face. I need to color correct my under eyes before we touch the concealer. I never don't color correct underneath my concealer because I have discoloration. So to give the concealer a fair shake, I'm gonna treat it the same way I would any other concealer. Even if it was $114, goodness gracious. This is the concealer pen, black and gold packaging, very minimalistic, very similar to the foundation. It will fingerprint almost immediately, I think. It has a brush applicator. I'm suspicious that it will be next to no coverage because of this brush applicator, because the component is almost identical to the YSL Touche Éclat. There we go. They'll say concealer, not eye brightener, so I am hoping for coverage here. Concealers and brighteners are two entirely different products in my mind. And this says concealer, so I'm just going to paint it on. I don't know how much coverage it is, so I'm just going to paint on however much I please, and we'll find out together. What does that do for me? Is it life-changing? Let me see if I can build it up. I'm very picky about my under eyes, which you should be for $114 especially, but this best be buildable because I think I just want a little bit more coverage. I think it's very hard to deny that the base here looks absolutely stunning. I'll be curious to see how it powders, but it's sitting beautifully on my otherwise very dry skin, especially as of lately. I still won't say it's worth it. I'd have to see how it wears. But so far, it's a good first impression. Now, I picked up the most interesting formula of blush, and we're going to play together. Is the Color Wash Blush Water Tint in Vintage Rose. It's like a beautiful, deep vintage berry. Look at her. This is so very interesting to me. It's a stain. It has a functional dropper, which is important because plenty don't, and this little metal roller ball at the bottom to ensure the product doesn't just like fly out. I think what I want to do is to pop this on my hand, maybe? and then pick it up with a brush. It's going to stain. I know that already because I was swatching this yesterday. And just tap expeditiously. I have mixed feelings about products that you are required to work quickly with, but the way this stained my hand, it's a blush that's not gonna fade. Let me put it that way. Blush is generally the first thing to disappear if your makeup begins to fade. This, I had to wash my hands multiple times to remove the stain. I think that's very impressive. And that is a lovely color. A bit of House Labs Chisel. This is currently my favorite contour. I think it's very pretty. I still use Westman Atelier's Biscuit, but you know, flavor of the month, I got this. I like how it works. Spray the face with setting spray. This is Half Magic Dew Lock. It is my absolute favorite, as we should know if you are familiar with my channel, and if you are not, there are lots of videos for you to catch up on. Wow, Bronte, that was like so much setting spray. Okay, and it's 32 degrees today, Celsius. I sweat. It'll dry down and it will look flawless in a moment. I'm just gonna look sweaty for about 45 seconds. Huda Beauty loose powder in the Makeup by Mario packaging, because I hate the new Huda Beauty packaging so very much. Pressed into a puff, which is then worked into the hand to remove all excess powder sitting on top of the puff. The test of a base like this is going to be how it powders down. So I'm just gonna press and see what we get. Come on now. If you catch me wearing Victoria Beckham base products, despite the price tag, mind your business. Mind your business. Buy one of the eyeshadow bricks. I just wasn't super certain. So what I'm going to do is, instead I bought one of the lid lusters, the beautiful shimmery pots. I'm gonna lay down a little bit of a matte base and then we'll go straight in with Mink. I bought Mink specifically because one of my good friends in the beauty sphere, Karima McKimmy, whenever I see her, she's a delight, has been raving about that specific color for years. And I am nothing if not influenceable. I started this channel as a consumer of beauty as much as someone who had a diploma, not with the intent of influencing anyone else. That's a nice little smoky eye. I really like this packaging. The plain black and gold does less for me. This, pretty, appreciative. I like this. What a tone. I always hear people talking about how beauty gurus like overreact to the most basic colors. I'm sorry, it's not my fault. I was going to do a fine arts degree and got really into color theory, and I love mindfully curated colors. Now let's look at this together, shall we? Wowee. Just interestingly enough, you can see how buttery it is on the swatch on my finger, because that's how much is left. My eyes are burning just a little, and this eyeshadow is pretty enough that I don't want to believe it. Let's hold tight throughout the course of this video and we'll see if that feeling goes away. My most stunning blend in the world, but I'm also mentally unwell today, so I am sure y'all will survive. Get an eyeliner, right? This is the Victoria Beckham, everything's Victoria Beckham, not sure why I said that. This is the Satin Kajal eyeliner in Navy Noir. I was looking at the colors, like tossing up, they were also beautiful. I realized I do like a deep red a lot, so maybe a deep blue would be a little bit of a change of pace. Oh, if I can get the lid off. There we go. Look at that. Let's do a wing. I love doing a wing with pencil eyeliner, and if it isn't really obvious as I apply this, this is very creamy. also like to take it into the waterline, create some cohesion. I would usually set my eyeliner with a little bit of powder, but I'm actually curious to see how this wears, so I'm not going to do that because it was something like $57, and a $57 eyeliner should set down. I'm gonna finish up the rest of the face and we'll pop back for some lip gloss. I didn't know what to buy from them. They didn't have the lip tints in stock, which what I really want, so I got a gloss in an interesting shade. My eyes did stop burning. Emergency averted. How lovely. I'll be back. I mean, isn't this just a sexy little color? This is top down, the gloss. I couldn't resist it. I don't actually have a gloss in this tone, and that's what I get for not applying in a mirror and just looking into my camera. It is still just a gloss. It is a non-sticky gloss in a really beautiful color. I have been charmed by Victoria Beckham Beauty. This whole video is just me progressively being more and more charmed by how this brand performs. I'm impressed. This is the finished look. My hair wasn't cooperating with anything, so I put it up into a bun, but it's really one of those hairstyles that looks way better in real life than it does on camera, because from the front I kind of just look like an egg. It is not my day, but I really did enjoy this makeup. Way more than I thought I would. Like, I knew it was going to be good. My friends have used it and raved about it. My real winners, I fear, are one, the Satin Kajal eyeliner in any color. I've got no transfer into the crease at the moment, which I often do if an eyeliner won't set. I really like the gloss. The tone of the gloss is just perfect. And then, oh boy, these look really beautiful thus far. I will update in a comment or a caption once I know how they wear, but even in natural lighting, I was just extremely impressed by how my complexion looks. I hope if you buy anything from this video that I've tried, that you love it. I hope you feel beautiful today and tomorrow. I love you all so much, and I'll see you another time. Bye. Seriously, I tried to style my hair about 3 different ways before I settled on this. It is what it is.